Good morning, friends. I've not really been feeling 100% and don't really want to put that out there. And I also don't know if it is dehydration, which at this point I don't think it is. But I also don't want it to be like a 4-letter word that starts with S and ends with K and has like the ick in it. No, I don't need that in my life. So yeah, but my throat, it's really my throat. So when morning comes, yes, I love this. In fact, McDonald's is cheaper than Tim Hortons and I prefer their coffee. And it's also what helps you get in there to use their washroom, to do some things. For myself today, I just didn't want to try to wrangle putting on my, in Betty, where I was parked, and I had to go to the washroom. So I was like, it's an all-in-one. We're just going to do that. And then we found somewhere else to park because I have to deal with that. But why deal with that when there's like a billion crows in the neighborhood? And it's so wonderful to see how they are family units and their kids come along, and you can usually tell what is a fledgling, like is one of their children, is because they keep their head feathers puffy. They don't like lay flat. And I'm going to gender them, even though I have no business doing this, but I'm going to say that it's the male that is the bolder in going to go approach the food. And then the female does a lot of the verbal signaling. Again, I'm not a birdologist nor a crowologist, or that's what I feel by just watching them. I spend a lot of time watching them. So smart. I mean, you have to think, these guys probably don't get fed peanuts in shells by strangers very often. That's why they're hesitant at first and they're very cautious, and they watch me, watch to see if they can come forward and grab that peanut, because my throw isn't that great. If they can grab that peanut without me, say, grabbing or harming them, right? Yeah, I love it. Everyone's having breakfast this morning. And I'm in my dollar shirt. Isn't that nice? And where it stands, we just has one more day till I go on my big adventure, which I'm also very excited about. So today I'm going to reset Betty, and then I'm going to go to the library. The larger this little monster, it's so heavy and awkward. This guy needs some charge. 19%. So I'm currently using the big guns right now because I'm in a slow moving mood, and it's still only like, I'm gonna say 7-ish. Oh, is her wing broken? It's like 7-ish, and I can't be at the library until 10. So there you go, friends. There you go. I love my commitment to feeding the crows. I take them out of this bag and I keep it in here. Maybe you have or have not noticed that before, but there's a wives' tale that says to feed a bird you'll always be fed, and I will feed the crows peanuts before I feed myself, because I actually do believe that that is a big part of what has been keeping me going and my needs met on this adventure, as delusional as that might sound to some of you. Okay, friends, I am back in the townlands. I parked it out in the park for as long as I could. I uploaded a couple of YouTube contents for y'all. I changed into my runner. Super grateful, actually. I got my dollar shirt, and I'm going to tell you why this is really an asset to me right now. See the sleeves? They don't touch my inside of my elbows, and because of this material, it's not sticking. I really wish that I knew what was going on, what that is, what I could put on it so it feels better. I've tried a whole multitude of things, let me tell you, the best I can. Yesterday, actually, when I had the shower, I put peroxide on them. I've done cream, I've done oil, I've done Vaseline, I got diaper cream, then I did peroxide. I've heard even a combination of peroxide and vinegar, but then that means I need to go buy vinegar, and I don't know if I want to go buy vinegar. I do know I need to get some more hydration juice at some point. And when I was last at Dollarama, I noticed they had this like little tripod, and I was like, maybe I should get that for my content creation. Yes, anywho, my hair was purple because I was trying to mask the growing out of this hideous, to me, it was a hideous copper color. And then I knew you're not gonna be doing anything to your hair for probably from this point out once I left the travel trailer. So I have said that I was a cosmetologist, so I can go to a distributor. So I got some direct dye, and I mixed the remainder of the blue with this purple that I had. And this is not what I had anticipated, but I am going to give it, I am going to say kudos to it for covering that red. So, on that note, let's go to the library so I can charge my devices, and we'll see what other fun I get myself up into. All right. Okay, so this is my new plan. I need to actually kill the battery on this, so I am currently using this to charge my phone, and then I'm going to use this to fill up the other battery bank so that when I go to the library to charge this, because this is the fastest charging thing, I don't have to sit there all day. So I think that's the plan I have formulated. Hey friends, I was just at the library trying to charge my Forever and Ever box, that being this. Doesn't charge so awesome. Anyhow, the great thing about having time to think, time to move at my own pace, is I can really listen to my intuition, and then when I get clues about things, I can say to myself, "Self, is that a great idea?" And because, well, I'm not tied to anybody, anything, I can change things up if I need to. And I'd been thinking I was going to abandon going north to go south. And now recently I've been hearing that in some places it's 30 degrees down there. And I'm not going to thrive in those type of temperatures in Betty. I'm not. Who is? Who can live in your car when it's maybe going to be upwards of 40 degrees? I don't think that that's realistic. So in the last moments that I was sitting in there, I'm like, I think I might need to abandon my plan. Really, I've never been that way. I would love to, you know? And this is the time to do it because there's no snow. You never know. We'd be totally seeing something we'd never seen before. Yeah, certainly something to think. Oh my gosh. Well, it's official. This is my first official upgrade for you all. That's right, for you. I just purchased a little tripod so that I could sit somewhere then inside Betty. And the funny thing is that entire time, she's just been like balanced just above my steering wheel. So yeah, we're official now. Hey friends, I'm just on the countdown to no longer being able to consume liquids for the day. So I need to move on so that I can make my noodles, my lunch. I like my lunchy lunch. But while I was inside the museum, I just heard like the awfulest thing. And I think like people, I guess, just don't realize that Canada was really built on the back of other cultures, especially like the Chinese and the Japanese. Yeah, there's so much, and because I'm not really super great at articulating things just off the cuff, somebody had mentioned that, oh, it was really weird. There was a Chinese or a Chinatown at Barkerville. That's actually the reason why I want to go to Barkerville, is to see that. As somebody knows what it's like to be invisible, it was heartbreaking to hear that. Yeah. Anyways, it's a beautiful day. It's not too warm. It's got a breeze, so need to get into Betty and make some noodles.